What are you consuming right now? And do you realize you're eating it? Not your plate, your emotional diet, the anger you swallowed before work, the anxiety you scrolled past instead of sitting with, the sadness you mislabeled as weakness instead of information. You've been consuming emotions the same way most people eat, unconsciously, impulsively, and wondering why you never feel full. Hey, it's Visionati from Live Your Vision, and today is Tasteful Tuesday, the day we get intentional about what we let in, our plate, in our ears, and through our eyes. Today, we're not talking about food. We're talking about the thing underneath hunger. We're talking about how you process or don't process what your emotions are actually trying to tell you. Most people are taught two ways to handle a negative emotion: suppress it or explode with it, push it down until it disappears, or let it out until you've damaged something. Neither one is navigation. Both are avoidance. And the emotion, it doesn't disappear. It just finds another door. Here's what love is teaching. Your emotions are not the problem. They are the signal. Think of them like warning lights on a dashboard. You don't cover the light and you don't smash the dashboard. You read it. You ask what it's pointing to. You respond. That's the difference between reaction and response. That's the difference between being consumed by your feelings and being guided by them. Let's taste the ABCs of emotional nourishment. A is for awareness. The first thing awareness asks is, what am I actually feeling right now? Not what you're supposed to feel, not what looks strong, what is actually moving through you. Anxiety is often preparation knocking at the door. Something matters here. Get ready. Anger is almost always a boundary that's being crossed. Something was violated. Identify it. Sadness is rarely weakness. It's almost always something needing to be reevaluated. Slow down. It's pointing somewhere. You cannot navigate with a compass you refuse to read. A is for awareness. Read the signal before you react to it. B is for boundaries. What you allow in shapes what grows in you. This is true on the plate, and it is true in your emotional state. The conversations you keep having, the relationships that leave you drained every single time, the content you consume before bed, the voice in your own head you've never challenged. All of it is input. All of it is nourishment or lack of it. A boundary in your emotional diet looks like this. I will not rehearse what cannot be changed. I will not absorb what was not mine to carry. I will not feed a story that starves my growth. What you stop letting in creates space for what you actually need. C is for community. You cannot navigate alone. When the compass inside you has been muted by noise, who in your circle validates your feelings without letting you stay stuck in them? That's the distinction. There's a difference between people who say, I hear you, and people who say, I hear you, now let's grow from it. Your emotional health is shaped by the table you eat from, both literally and figuratively. Choose that table with intention. D is for discipline. Discipline here is not about control. It's about consistency of practice. The practice of pausing before reacting. The practice of asking, what is this trying to tell me? Before you suppress, explode, or scroll away. Every time you sit with the feeling instead of running from it, you are building emotional intelligence. That is not soft work. That is the hardest rep you will ever do. And the stronger you get at it, the less your emotions run you, and the more they guide you. E is for evolution. Evolution is when the signal becomes fluent. When anger no longer hijacks you, it informs you. When anxiety no longer paralyzes you, it prepares you. When sadness no longer defines you, it refines you. That's not suppression, that's sovereignty. The evolved version of you doesn't feel less, They feel more clearly. They move with intention. They consume emotionally, physically, spiritually with the kind of awareness that changes outcomes. Your body is not the only thing you're feeding. Every emotion you let process fully is a meal that actually nourishes. Every emotion you suppress comes back hungrier. You don't have to be perfect at this. You just have to start reading the compass instead of throwing it away every time it points somewhere uncomfortable. Because a dark emotion doesn't mean you're lost. Sometimes it means the compass is trying to take you somewhere better. I read my emotions. I don't run from them. I consume with intention, emotionally and physically. My feelings are data, not verdicts. I respond. I do not react. I nourish what I want to grow. Love is realizing the signal was never the enemy. You just hadn't learned how to read it. Love is about you, but it's for us. Your heart is the map. Your emotions are the compass. Find your love. So what emotion have you been suppressing, and what do you think it's actually trying to tell you? Drop it in the comments. No judgment here, just an audit.